This is a comparison, a side-by-side comparison of three dog carts. Um, this is a Dewey's wheels here. The middle one is a Canine Cart. And the one on the right is an Eddie's wheels. I use car comparisons for these carts, having tried them all in my dog. The Dewey's wheels is, this particular one's been heavily modified by us. It's very light. My dog is small and she likes the sportiness of it, if you will. It's like a little sporty coupe. It's very light. You can pick it up very easily. She can turn very easily, and this saddle is neoprene, so it stretches a lot. And so while she dumps it over a lot, it gives her a lot of freedom of movement. She has use of her back legs. She's losing use of her back legs, so the other ones are coming into play. This has been modified. I use a separate harness to hold this in better. The original also has a front piece here too. But basically, if you have a dog that is only mildly handicapped, and you're willing to mess around with it, like this has a tow rope that I had to add, then the Dewey's is a good choice. So this is like the sporty coupe. This is a Canine Cart. Canine Cart with a K. It's sort of like your basic solid sedan kind of thing. And there are a lot of options for this. The Dewey's does not have options. This one has options of putting a counterweight and putting four wheels in front. The Eddie's wheels also has those options too. One thing is that these are pretty solid, but they give a dog a lot of room to move around in. I was concerned that my dog would find this too confining, but they're big enough that she can move around in them pretty well. This is definitely heavier, and you can add wheels up in here. So there is some options here. There's also options to all of them. There's options for adding leg loops in the back when your dog loses control of their back legs entirely. The Dewey's wheels and the Eddie's wheels has that too. This has a nice support in it too. So I would consider this a fairly, it and the Eddie's wheels are pretty, they're much heavier, though this one rolls around pretty easily. They both do. These are the smaller wheels. There are some larger wheels that come with these. But my dog is a small corgi, so it's pretty easy for her to roll around in them. And then it has, the one thing that this does not have is it doesn't have a way, if your dog, like my dog will dump her cart, and so she would actually, there's nothing to hold her in here, so she would actually fall out of it. And I just have to accept that or find a way. There is this part does go across. This part will go around. So there is some holding her in, but there's nothing up here to hold her in. The Eddie's wheels. If you have a dog that is very disabled and needs a lot of support, I consider the Eddie's wheels a very well-made SUV. It's heavier than the Dewey's wheels, the little sporty coupe over there. I would say these two are similar in weight. The difference in the Eddie's is that the leg loops, this is solid. This does not move around. And so my little dog gets in there and says, I can't move. Even though this will move fine, but this doesn't move at all. This one will move some, and of course the Dewey's will move a lot. But this is a very well-made cart. There's a lot of attention to detail. This whole thing will swing out and around on top of the dog, and this is all metal. It's very nice. a human perspective would probably prefer this. My dog actually prefers the lighter one. So I consider this an SUV. This is like a sedan, and the Dewey's wheels is like a sporty coupe. So this is the Dewey's wheels. This is the Canine Cart, and this is the Eddie's wheels. All of them are very good choices. They're all very different. Unfortunately, I don't know if I would consider renting if my dog didn't have some very nice friends that loaned us these things. You can also talk to your local, if you have one, your local disabled dog assistance group. Anyways, good choices around for disabled dogs now, which is very nice. My dog can play fetch in any of these carts. Anyways, I hope this helps. Thank you.